Hi everyone of the YouTube world, this is Eric the Cyborg of Team Forbidden coming to you with an updated deck profile for Goukis. Right after the release of Circuit Break and whatever else came out happened. This is right after the OTS 6 pack that came out, so I managed to get my Brilliant Engine, which I will go into when I get through the deck profile, so let's get on with it. So we'll start with the Gouki lineup. I'm running 2 Headbats. A lot of people don't like him because they don't think he's good, but I think he's good because you can summon him from your hand by discarding a Gouki monster and targeting one that you control. Discard the monster, summon him, and the targeted monster gains 800 attack. And plus, I'm only going to say their last effect once because they all have the same little effects. Is that if they're sent from field to graveyard, I'm able to search for a Gouki card. Any Gouki card at all. Which is going to be great once the more support comes out in later sets, especially in Extreme Forces with the new monsters coming out. So it'll give me more versatility in the deck. Next, running 3 of the Suprex. I would probably say no less than the 3 Suprex because he is your main one. When he's normal summoned, you can summon a Gouki monster from your hand. So you can summon Cobra, Scorpio, or even Headbat. But I honestly wouldn't summon Headbat with Suprex effect unless you really have to. The next 3 of is the Twist Cobra. Also, I would say no less than 3 of this one because he is your main stat booster. Because during either player's turn, you contribute a Gouki monster that you control, including himself. Target another Gouki monster, and that monster gains attack based on the monster you attributed. So say he attributed himself. Target Suprex gains 1600. Tribute Suprex to a Scorpio, he'll gain 1800, and so on and so forth. The last Gouki monster is going to be 2 over Scorpio. I think 3 of them is too cloggy, but if you want to run 3, then that's your preference. You can normal summon him if you have no monsters on your field, and or if the only monsters on your field are Gouki monsters. So he's kind of like Cyber Dragon, but a little bit not as Cyber Dragon because it does count towards your normal summon. Plus he's a big 23 beat stick that you can boost up pretty fast with the deck. That's all the Gouki monsters. Now for my fusion engine, 2 of the Scorpio and 2 of the Cobra. A lot of people run only 1 Cobra because his effect is only like once per duel, but it's like, and what's the point of that? I mean, yeah, his effect is once per duel, but it's like if you're only running 1 and that one's in your hand, you're fucked. So might as well run at least 2. I would probably say you could run 3, but I would think that 3 is way too much. And then 2 for Scorpio is fine enough, so 2 and 2 uneven matches are pretty good. For the Brilliant Engine, obviously the 1 Garnet and the 1 Trick Clown. I'm only running 1 of each because you don't want to see these in your hand, because if they're in your hand, then your Brilliant Fusion is dead. So only one of each, so that you can make sure that you don't have them in your hand. At least in my preference. I might consider running a 2nd Garnet because he's a Earth and he's a League material for Mrs. Radiant, but I'm still trying to work out the kicks on that. And then the other monster lineup is obviously 1 global for Synchro plays, Gofu because he's a first turn Deco Talker, and he's at 1 because obviously of his potential power. Those are the monsters. Onto the spells. Obviously, Gouki deck must run 3 rematches, no less than this, because this is your main. This is kind of like a soul charge without a major cost. Give or take that the Gouki monsters being summoned by this effect are are in defense mode, and they must be different levels. But to this deck, it doesn't even fucking matter. On to the Brilliance, 2 Brilliant Fusions. Yes, I managed to pull the ulti from the OTS6. I'm hoping to pull another one to replace this one out, but either way, 2 Brilliant Fusions for your Seraphonite. Self-explanatory about the Brilliant engine. Then 2 Scapegoats for protection and also for link summoning for Mrs. Radiant and or Proxy Dragon. 1 Rhoda because it's at 1. 1 for 1 because it's at 1. 1 for 1, 1 and 1. Dark Hold because it's at 1. And Soul Charge because of a 1. Onto the traps. This deck runs a lot of, I would say a lot of back row hate, because back row really kills this deck a lot. So I'm running 3 Storm Dusters for the back row destruction. I think 3 of these are fine. It's just mainly used for back row destruction. Then to get rid of your opponent's monsters, just for major damage, 2 Storming Mirror Force, because Quaking doesn't really work anymore because links cannot be put face down. And then for those pesky hand traps that everyone runs, 2 Mind Drains for those pesky hand traps such as Ghost Ogre, Aspasta, and Maxi. Just any monster effect in the hand cannot be activated. So it's great against hand traps. Definitely against hand traps. It's fucking traps. They basically ruin the game. And then obviously the Solemn Brigade. 1 warning, 3 strikes. Gotta stop those summons from happening. All the summon stops. Anyway, that is the main deck. Onto the extra deck. I'm only running 1 of each extra deck type except for Link. So my fusion is Seraphonite, my synchro is Naturia Beast, and my Xyz is Invoker. So Seraphonite because Brilliant Fusion Engine, Naturia Beast against mainly great. He's best against the Pendulum Magicians because you just stop their scales. Just make sure that you don't destroy Purple Poison, because if you do, you fucked up. And then Invoker, just because he's Earth, he's easy to go to with the Predator Plants, and he summons level 4 Warrior, so summons Suprex, and then link to Mrs. Radiant from there. Those are the only monsters that aren't links in my extra deck. Now onto the links of the extra deck. 2 Mrs. Radiant because this is a Earth deck, so Mrs. Radiant is an obvious choice. 2 Proxy Dragons because it's Proxy Dragon. He gives protection even though no one really uses his protection effect that much. And Gouki deck, so you're running 3 Great Ogres. Monsters on the field lose attack based on their defense, and since Goukis have 0 defense, they are basically unaffected by it. And if he were to be destroyed, you would destroy a monster that its link marker is pointing to instead. So basically, he has protection and then damage reduction. I'm only running 1 of Thunder Ogre because honestly, I kind of don't think he's that good. I mean, like, give or take, he does gain attack if a monster that is point 2 is destroyed. He also gives the power of additional normal summons to both players. So it's like I could do an additional normal summon on these points, and then my opponent could do 1 too on the top point. I barely go into them. If I can, I would, but 1 is fine, I think. And then the last one is the Deco Talker, and it's self-explanatory. It's Deco Talker, literally one of the best strength or link 3s in the game right now. Anywho, that is the updated Gouki deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Hope you guys would like to test this deck out at your locals or whatever the hell you want to do. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out our channel for more videos and upcoming projects, and then we'll catch you guys all next time.